We were talking about this earlier. I love Nate Diaz. I think Masvidal might take this one.
So who do you have for the main event?
Oh, there's no question about it. It's Masvidal.
Oh shit.
It's my Miami boy, you know?
Diaz, man. I gotta go with Diaz.
Diaz?
I'm sticking with Diaz for this one.
Okay.
I say Diaz.
Whoa!
Should I just slam or should I be nice and perfect?
Be nice, be nice.
So that's gonna be really fun to watch. That's gonna be crazy as shit.
How we doing? Catchweight update here with nobody in particular famous, but my friend Scotty Crepia.
One day we'll be famous.
One day.
One day this will matter.
I'm not famous, so it's not working out. What the fuck was that?
We're here in it. We're in it.
As you know, this is UFC 244 coming up.
Yep. Big fight. Big fight.
Big fight. What? I mean, like, I know you're not a huge fan, so we'll just make it as.
Well, you know, I know about the main event, which is Diaz and
Masvidal.
Masvidal.
Yes.
1 second knockout. So that's gonna be really fun to watch. That's gonna be crazy as shit. I'm very excited.
When's
for
the first in-person fight that you saw? Like, kids, like maybe. I had to be young.
Not World Star.
Not World Star.
Yeah, no, I had to be young. I don't remember the first. I remember the first fight I was in.
Oh, let's talk about that for 100%.
Oh, 100%. First fight I was in was in high school. Kid took my seat at lunch. His name was.
Oh, we're not gonna use full name.
Okay, and I pushed him. And he got up and said, "Ding, ding, motherfucker."
Oh, wow.
And then I don't really.
Before this continued, did you win that fight?
No. I cried. I cried at the end.
Okay, all right. He won.
I won, but there was a lot of crying on my part.
You know what's crazy? He's like 6'6", so I feel like you can avoid
6'6". Yeah.
6'6".
No. But people like to pick on the 6'6".
Really?
That's like because it's like how can I prove the statue-looking motherfucker?
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're like, surprise, motherfucker! I can't fight.
Yeah. Surprise! I'm running. I'm running away. I'm running away.
Shit.
But I do appreciate the sport of fighting.
Yeah, it's an amazing art.
It is. It really is.
I've been doing it since like I was a kid. I'm not super high in shit, but I've always been involved in it somehow. I haven't been in a lot of fights myself.
Good.
Like maybe 2 my whole life.
Any of them recent?
2 years ago.
It's pretty recent. We're adults.
Yeah, that wasn't,
Was it a bar fight? Was it?
It was actually McGregor versus Mayweather, if you remember that.
Yeah.
And one of my,
That fight sucked.
First off, we're not going to talk shit on the glorious McGregor who went 10 rounds to the greatest of all time.
Yes.
That's true. But he also got beat the fuck up, let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah. Wasn't a sport.
Yeah. Same thing happened, but in my front lawn.
Really? Was it your sport or was it the other kid's sport?
It was, he was not a fighter. He just got really drunk.
And he just started talking.
And he just punched me in my face.
Yep. And then that's a clear sign of retaliation.
Well, I didn't do anything wrong.
That's what they all say. That's what everybody in jail says.
I promise.
That's what everyone in jail says. I didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't. I was dead sober because I was hosting, so I couldn't like have my blackout ass over there with people. So I had to like watch over people. So he was blackout and he punched me in the face, and I looked at my girlfriend. I'm like, did he just punch me in the fucking face? And she's like, yep. She's like, yeah, he punched you in the face. And I double legged him and I elbowed him in the face.
Okay. Was it cool? She like wants to be like, yeah,
he was bleeding.
Violence? It was cool.
Yeah. I'm not a violent guy.
No, you're not.
But
now you're trained. You're prepared for.
Here's the thing.
If someone punches me in the face, what am I gonna do next?
I'm prepared for when drunk people attack me.
This is me crazy.
Oh yeah, Trump's gonna be here.
Oh yeah, Trump's gonna be here.
Yeah. Woo! What's your stance on I guess Trump as an American Jew in this country? He supports Israel.
He does support Israel. That's good. But you know, I guess being Jewish has nothing. Well, I mean, I guess he's what is he?
He had a little yarmulke on one time. There's a picture of him.
I don't like him. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with Jewish people. Not a fan. But
yeah.
What about you as a African American man?
I just remember him just being like a fucking hip hop icon, you know? Like, do you remember he was in Ludacris songs and like
was he really?
Yeah, like fucking a bunch of lyrics like the Wu-Tang Clan. Like that's what I remember.
Yeah. He's always been such a
and then after that he was on reality TV. So it's like I don't believe. I think more people are just upset of the idea of white people having a good time.
Yeah.
than they are just of.
When they see it, they're like, that shouldn't be happening.
Nah, he's definitely empowering the wrong people.
Yeah.
For 100,000%.
Agreed.
But I don't think he's like scheming like how do I keep black people down.
No. I think he's just
This
this is
month.
how he's just a wealthy guy, and
He's
some
a-
of his
he's a-
actions
he's
is
like
always
a
affecting the
billionaire.
poor. Yeah.
He's a billionaire. He doesn't give a shit about anybody. And he's our president. You guys are going to UFC 244.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Main event.
We were talking about this earlier. Anything? My gut's saying Masvidal. Even though I love Nate Diaz, I think Masvidal might take this one.
I say Diaz.
Diaz?
Yeah, because Masvidal, he might start. He starts good.
Yeah.
But Nate Diaz starts slow, so I mean.
That's when you're gonna get Diaz though, right?
The
In
later
that first
rounds,
two?
I think Diaz is gonna take it later in the fight.
For sure.
He's gonna have to weather the storm early.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. But how does it happen?
I think it's gonna go to decision, and Nate's gonna win by.
Points?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna outbox Jorge Masvidal?
Yeah. Yes.
I think Masvidal's gonna land a left hand. I think he's gonna knock him
away?
down. Yeah, he might put him away. McGregor didn't, but
If
what I'm
McGregor
saying,
didn't do it,
like-
I don't think Masvidal.
Like
will.
today, right?
McGregor can't.
Could Jorge Masvidal fight Conor McGregor?
yeah, oh yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
I think McGregor will
Nate
win.
Diaz
though.
beat. I mean, MMA math doesn't work, right? But if you're looking at metrics, right, those guys are not too much smaller. than each
Masvidal's
other.
hot right now, man. He's on a hot streak.
Definitely true. He's been fighting for a minute. Both of them have been fighting for a minute.
He
Right?
took,
Yeah.
he took Till out with a surprise left hand, so
He's on. Till's fight tonight too.
yeah, Till's fighting tonight. It's his redemption.
How do you feel about Till and Gastelum?
I think Till's gonna win by knockout.
Okay.
I think Till's gonna win by knockout as well. What do you think? What do you think about the whole weigh-in controversy?
Well, I mean, like it's pretty clear, but if you didn't catch it, you didn't catch it.
I
So
mean,
it's like,
right?
how do you retroactively enforce something? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, make sure the people are there in
I mean,
place to make sure that
Cormier's
doesn't
was
happen.
more because he actually
He
had
put his hands on the towel.
Daniel Cormier, but
And we let that go, right?
Right,
He's
right.
champ.
Shit, yeah.
So it's because he's nicer, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know. Kevin
yeah.
Gastelum's not mean.
No, he's not a mean guy. I mean,
But he was just like leaning hard.
yeah,
it was,
right. It was weird the coach was allowed behind him like
It was
that.
weird. Well, you see the coach like he's like stabilizing
Yeah,
him
right,
forward.
right.
Like you can see, it's not just like standing there like get off me.
The big thing I noticed is when he stepped off the scale, like he stepped off first and then he
Yeah.
let go
right,
of his
right,
elbow.
Right. So, that, means that could be considerably more weight. So maybe Gastelum feels as if that like if he's not as that weight that he needs to be to fight Till, that he's going to be a serious problem because Till's coming in hefty.
Oh,
right,
Till's
Till's
coming
taking
big.
he's got an
Till-
extra 15 pounds
Holy
this time. No
shit.
weight
Yeah,
cut.
yeah.
I think his chin
He didn't give a shit
phenomenal.
either.
Powerlifting.
Oh, he used to be insane.
That motherfucker's huge.
Yeah,
Insane.
he's
But
a gorilla.
He's coming off a knockout loss.
Straight gorilla.
Right. To Jorge.
Yeah. so
And it was
you
a
don't have
left
to be the
hand,
biggest
Right,
guy.
it was.
It was a left hand that dropped him.
Granted, obviously he's got to go through hell to make that cut. So obviously
Right.
it's going to fit the weight things
Right,
and all
right.
that. All right, so enough of the amazing event. Go watch the event if you're going to watch it on your own. But I do have to ask one more thing.
Yeah.
If you were to have a celebrity card, right? Who would you put it in your main event?
Celebrity
Any
card.
two celebrities, any ages.
It'd have to be Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
I'd actually like to see him and Vin Diesel fight
I
in
was
real
just
life.
thinking him and Vin Diesel.
They already
like each other,
They already
right?
have,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have a
they're like each other
natural
right now.
beef.
Yeah.
So fuck it, right? They already have a natural beef. Let's throw them.
I like
Eminem
it.
and Machine Gun Kelly.
That'd be a good one too.
Eminem and
Eminem's going
MGK.
down.
No, come
MGK,
on.
dude, he's from
Bro, Eminem's
Detroit,
50
man. I mean,
years
they're
old.
both.
He's old as shit. Like, and he's a dad. He's softened a little bit. MGK's still doing blow.
He's still rocking
Pretty,
out, man.
He looks solid. He might be taller. Eminem
He's
is
taller
not
and
tall.
lengthier. No,
Right.
no. Eminem's definitely got the. He's got mass on
Yeah,
him.
like
but-
when people look at 50 Cent, like he's shredded and huge because he works out and he was boxing when he was a kid. People think like, oh, well, 50 Cent can definitely fight somebody. But when you look at Eminem, they weren't scared of him because he was tough. He was like on drugs and he had weapons.
Right.
That was the main appeal. That's what it was. It wasn't just like they looked at him and it's like, well, he's definitely the fucking. He beat my ass.
He'll lyrically kill you. Eminem,
absolutely,
Eminem.
absolutely.
Yeah, he lyrically kills people. That's what most people were afraid of.
Right.
They didn't want to go after him for that.
Right. And
But MGK stood up to him, right?
Yeah.
He did.
Stood up tall.
And then Eminem dissed him again.
I don't know if you've seen recently or not, but Conor McGregor called out 50 Cent.
Come on.
Really? I did not see that.
50 Cent's affiliated with Bellator. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yep.
So he just gave their $1 million winner to, I think it was Douglas Lima over
Yep,
Roy
yep,
McDonald
yep.
the second time. So $1 million, they got a belt, all that stuff. 50 Cent actually was in the ring for that too.
I remember now that you see that. I saw the picture on social media. You're right.
So there's another person that's in Bellator that Conor McGregor has a direct tie to. So Conor McGregor has a direct tie to.
It's an Irish fighter.
There's an Irish fighter there. SPG Gym is where they're at with. Who's his coach?
John Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
Kavanaugh's got his gym. That's a straight blast gym. And their Bellator's McGregor, like they discount the Kmart McGregor.
Right.
Is there,
They're rising.
let's all be very clear. He will also murder. He can murder anybody.
Yeah, right.
He's discount McGregor. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. As far as what the fuck is that guy's name?
It's fighter.
Gallagher.
James Gallagher.
James Gallagher. So there's a tie there, and because he's a champ, he's definitely met with 50 Cent. Do you think it's reasonable that 50 Cent could fight McGregor?
No.
In a 3-rounder?
I think McGregor would
Given
come
the
out in
size
like 10
difference?
seconds.
McGregor'd have to go up and wait. That's for sure. And maybe even
if he's not doing a weight cut.
Yeah, I was gonna say 50's not doing a weight
Although
cut.
he kind of did for that movie.
Yeah, he looked crackhead
Or
skinny.
whatever.
Yeah, he looked like DMX on crack.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was like
bad.
it was just like what was the movie fucking Tom Hanks was in Philadelphia? It was Black Philadelphia, basically. It was just
I was gonna say Castaway. No.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And then nobody cared about that movie. But so we'll know he'll do a weight cut if someone cares, at least, right? So
Right.
Maybe 170 pounds.
I don't think that fight happens, but if
What
it did
about
happen,
McGregor and Floyd
they're
Mayweather.
not fighting each other.
I think McGregor would smoke Floyd
A
Mayweather.
second time?
In the octagon?
Oh.
I think McGregor would put him to sleep in 10 seconds.
That's different.
let's say
Yeah.
street fight.
The street fight?
Straight street
McGregor all the
fight.
way. McGregor all the way.
We got a little bit of a taste of that with Artem Lobov and Paulie Malignaggi, right?
Right, yeah.
So,
bare knuckle.
so we have the pro boxer, and the reason why I'm using this as an example is because the clinch in that they'll hit anything. I saw people throw elbows in fucking bare knuckle boxing. So Artem beat him in that system. Why is that not feasible for a smaller King James spot for
Right.
McGregor to throw kicks? And
Right,
When
exactly.
he lasted 45
Not at
seconds.
all.
in there.
He's going. Artem's going again against the
Jason
first,
Knight kid,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Jason Knight kid. They're fighting twice.
Okay. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Cardi B.
Cardi B. Cardi B's
Cardi B all the way.
She's from New York.
I also found out that Nicki Minaj is 5'4".
Cardi's not that tall either.
Cardi's like 5'7".
Oh, she's that much
She's a little
taller.
bit bigger. I guess she just seemed taller.
I
They wear
think-
heels
I
all
think-
the time. I
I
can't
think-
fucking tell.
I think Cardi B.
I think Cardi's bad.
Cardi B would
She's
win.
bad. Cardi wins that one. She's
Cardi B would win that one, yeah.
The general consensus seems that it's Cardi, but we forget that Nicki Minaj is from Brooklyn, right? So she's been fighting at least 1 to 2 guys a year, like men.
Yeah. Cardi's gang affiliated though, right?
I mean,
Everybody heard
everyone's
that.
gang
Right,
affiliated.
right.
Everyone's gang affiliated. I'm part of the fucking VFW. I'm gang affiliated. Shut up. Fucking gang affiliated. And then when the gang affiliated shit happens, they fucking
Nobody wants to claim it.
No one wants to claim it, or they snitch, or they're like, I found God, and then everyone's
Everyone's
they're
over
finished.
it.
They're over it.
No, I bought him tickets to UFC for Christmas.
That is great.
Quite expensive. We won't talk about the price on it all, but I've been holding over a couple days things I want to do. You know, I'm like, hey, but UFC 244, so it gets that way. But no, they'll go enjoy the fight, him and his brother. I'll go have dinner and drink and meet him at the hotel room after. Hopefully it's a win for both of us.
Okay, so now that you go to this one, what is something that you have to do it now?
right.
So what is it?
He already married me. I mean,
Well,
we kind of win there.
That's the
I already got a
destination.
pretty decent rock
There we go.
on my
Zoom in on that
finger,
shit.
so
Zoom in on that shit.
yeah, we nice and good. That was worth UFC 244.
That's a good trade. That's an even trade.
Marriage.
Marriage.
Marriage at its finest.
What's your name?
Mike.
Mike? You watch that fight?
Yes, sir.
What do you got?
Diaz.
Why?
Stronger fighter. Been at it a long time. Think he's a tougher fighter.
Nice. I have a podcast, Catchweight Update. So watch it on YouTube, or that's where I put most of the interviews. I'm doing a segment, so I'm getting people on the street, and I'm going to interview them, and we're going to cut it together.
Excellent.
So this is
I'm a professional wrestler, so I stay mostly in that ring.
Oh yeah?
So
Where do you tell me? This is your platform to talk about that. You can, whatever you want to do.
Keys. Come check us out at New Evolution Wrestling at the Queensboro Elks Lodge on November 23rd. I'll be going for the tag team titles.
Awesome.
I wrestle as Nightmare. I'm this guy right here.
You know the Rock's gonna be here tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of celebrities here.
Nice. Awesome. How long have you been doing this for?
Almost 16 years.
Can you show us a move?
Only if you want to get hurt. When
Are you gonna slam
when
me
you get-
Nightmare?
We'll fight in real
Show
life.
my nightmare. Whoa!
Oh, wow.
Should I just slam or should I be nice and put it down?
Be nice, be nice,
All right.
be nice. Do technique.
Yeah.
Just this once in my nights.
Okay. He's strong as shit. That was some real man meat there. I felt the hands. Are you
You didn't
alright?
complain.
He said I didn't complain.
You know you liked it.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Back to a little bit. So what is the first fight that you remember ever seeing, like in real
UFC?
life? Just like in any, like a person fighting another person in real life.
I've always been a wrestling fan since I'm a little kid, so I always used to come here to the Garden to see Roddy Piper and all the old school guys. And then I started watching UFC when I was a bit older, and it was when it first started, and I got away from it. Guys like Paul Barrow and stuff like that. When it was a little guy versus a big guy, no weight classes, nothing like that.
Okay.
And got away from it a little while, and then I got into wrestling professionally, and now I'm starting to come back to it.
Okay.
Because a lot of us wrestlers are big UFC fans.
Yeah.
So
there's a huge crossover.
Yeah.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
He didn't do too well, but
no.
you know.
He's a much better wrestler than he is a UFC fighter.
I think they picked the wrong person. I think they should have picked someone that was an athlete. That
no,
wasn't
he's
CM Punk.
he's an excellent athlete.
He is
an excellent athlete.
I will fight CM Punk today and win. I promise you.
I don't know about
He's
that.
50 years old.
I don't know about that.
He's got every injury
See,
known to man.
He's a great striker.
What is he?
He's tall. He's
okay.
He's not.
But no, I'm just fucking around. Obviously, there's a humorous amount of respect that I have for CM Punk because he did it. He made the weight cut. He learned some shit. It took him a couple years because he's had a couple injuries that have been pre-existing and can't doubt his toughness. Like, he did it. Like, he fucking did it. The second fight was a little bit more competitive, and the guy that he was fighting with couldn't put him away. So he's tough. Like, he's a tough guy.
The longer he goes, the more he'll learn, and the better he'll be.
I think he's done
I
fighting.
don't think he will be fighting much more.
He does commentary for the CFFC in South Jersey.
He may one day come back to wrestling. I don't know, but
that would be interesting.
A lot of people want that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants that.
Why not? Why?
I don't know.
Wasn't he was like a god
He was
in
a
the
very big superstar.
Yeah.
But I don't know what went on behind the scenes with him. It could be anything.
It could be injuries.
Yeah.
It could be
injuries. It could be politics backstage.
That's
a lot of stuff.
That too. I would like to see The Rock fight.
I would love to see him
I think
fight.
he would kill somebody.
He is
Straight up
exceptionally strong.
Yeah.
From a long Samoan family.
Right.
His father and his grandfather were both
They were
wrestlers.
professional wrestlers. Too.
And it's a long, strong lineage. There's a whole Samoan dynasty of wrestlers.
Right.
It seems to be the only thing they ever do in life. They either stay on the island or they become wrestlers.
Cool. I'd like to see it. So, do you have any social media or anything like that?
Yes, you can check me out on Facebook, Pro Wrestler Nightmare. That's my fan page. And give that a like and a share if you can. It's all one word. And it'll tell you my upcoming shows. You can see past events. You see all kinds of promotional material and things like that.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Catchweight update. Madison Square Garden again. What's your full name?
Kenny Hale.
Kenny Hale? Okay, where do you train out of?
Bone MMA. It's a small town, Leroy.
Okay.
Out in like Western New York.
Okay.
But amateur, trying to go pro.
Okay.
Just staying on the grind.
What's the name of the promotion that you're gonna fight for?
FCP, Full Contact Promotions.
Okay. And where's this again?
Next show's up in Syracuse, New York.
New York.
Yep. Rochester, New York's a lot of them too. Yep.
Okay. You grew up in New York or this area?
Western New York area.
New York?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. You started off wrestling, I'm assuming.
A little bit of wrestling back in the day, and then.
What are all the sports? Let me hear all the sports. Usually these guys are multi-sport athletes when they start, right? So what are the sports?
Actually, with me, it was just mostly wrestling.
Okay.
And I just kind of dove into the rest. You know.
So when's the first fight that you ever watched?
First fight, like UFC fight.
Oh, you're like, what's before that? Hold on, right? Even before UFC, do you remember a fight that stuck out to you when you were a kid that you saw?
Probably one of the like Mike Tyson fights.
Okay.
You know, the big boxing events.
Okay.
But one of the first UFC fights that sticks out. I mean, probably like Keith Jardine back in the day fighting like Tank Abbott. I'm talking way back in the day, man.
Right. Fucking, that's awesome. Okay, so you started off wrestling. What do you do from there? So you're in high school, you're wrestling. What
I actually kind of like just got out of it for a while. I was just living life, and one day I was like, "Yo, dude, I'm not getting any younger. It's boring. Let's do something with it." So I just started training and staying after it. You know.
This is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. social media is better than it's ever been, right? It'll continue to get better. You're able to network and go to things like this.
Yep.
There's a boom now in MMA as far as like mainstream ability.
Especially in New York.
Especially in New York. What is it? 2 years ago it was illegal, right?
Yep.
2 years ago. So
Very
for those who
fresh.
don't know, it was illegal in New York. Because of the culinary union or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Some weird mafioso type shit that was like keeping them out. But they figured it out. Dana brought that first US. What was the first? I don't remember what the first time his main card was. You wrestled in Rochester.
Yeah.
You know who Desmond Green is?
Yeah, Desmond Green.
I interviewed him.
Local big boy. You know?
Yeah. No,
He's on the big card.
Does he? Have you ever seen him when you were there?
No, I've trained with people who've trained with him.
Right.
And, I've actually got a couple teammates I think who had the same like wrestling coach as him or whatever
Okay.
back in the day. But yeah, I haven't actually had the luxury of training with him yet.
Great guy.
There's
Great
a
guy.
bunch of killers coming out of that area.
Yeah, man.
There's plenty of people.
Yeah. Well,
Patchy Mitch, another one coming up.
Okay.
Big Bellator guy. I think he's on a huge like.
Bellator's like good now. Like
Yeah,
I mean, not that it
coming
was
up, man.
awful before. Like professional fighters fighting, but
they
they're
know UFC.
yeah. But here's the thing, they're getting there.
No, they
There
are.
are some guys
They're
like
doing
I
the
think
right
MVP
moves.
would do great in the UFC. Maybe not against everybody because he doesn't fight the level of competition that
Yeah,
at 170 over there. But he fights Douglas
He'd
Lima's
still
real
do his
good.
thing. Yeah, man. He's
Rory.
still do his thing.
Yeah, so like I mean, if you're able to compete with those guys, you're definitely able to. They're a welterweight division. They're a 155-pound division. Those are the most legitimate ones that they have there, 100%. And then whatever Gallagher fights at 135.
Yeah.
And 145 too. They got some guys there. Aaron Pico fights at 145.
That guy's man. He's nasty. He's
Yeah.
a man.
My friend Connor Watson. I don't know if he'll let me use his name or not, but Connor Watson. I'll edit it later if he's not okay with it. He trained up D1 at Rutgers. And he said that he knew Aaron Pico just because he was like really popular in South Jersey.
Yeah.
Fucking monster. He's like he's been a monster his whole life. Like his whole life he's a monster. Okay. So what do you know about your opponent? Do you know anything about your opponent yet?
My next guy, just gonna get the hands. That's all.
So that's your thing.
I like
so you
striking.
start
I
out
like
wrestling-
jiu-jitsu and
Okay.
striking and shit. I mean, I like to fight. I don't
Yeah.
care where it goes. I want to fight.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Similarly to these guys, you know.
So we're up in the
Masvidal
East Coast. We got to rep the East Coast while we're here.
Yeah, I mean, I like Nate Diaz.
love Nate.
I love Masvidal too. But I'm sticking with Diaz for this one.
Okay.
I don't want to see either of them lose. Obviously, I
Right.
love them both, but they bring the fight, man. They're real fighters, so
Yeah.
that's what I like.
How do you feel? How do you feel about the bad motherfucker belt?
It's legit.
It's legit. You think it's legit
Yeah,
belt?
man,
But it's like an interim belt.
I'd have to hard disagree, man. These guys put in all the work, you know. Like,
Oh, listen.
Yeah, some people might be jealous and shit, but Nate did what he had to do to get all the followers. You know,
No,
Masvidal's
listen.
cranking up the numbers.
This
you
is
know,
the fight.
so
They are bad motherfuckers.
they earned
I
it.
just feel like the gimmick kind of like feeds into the issue that the people had before with interim belts was like, well, we've got these bullshit. Well,
Yeah,
this
I
is
hear
his
where
way
you're
of,
coming from.
of like replacing that, right? So maybe there's no more interim belts. Maybe it is the bad motherfucker belt. Maybe it's the nicest guy belt
Yeah,
versus
right.
like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus someone else who doesn't want to.
Yeah, and I get the guys that are grinding. They're like 3-4 in the ranks, and they're looking at this. They're probably like, fuck
Right.
that. But like, I mean, like
Make
I
that
said,
money.
man, they earned it. You know, they paved their own way. You know what I mean?
This is like everyone. They say it. These two guys in particular say it all the time. They're like, listen, I'll fight anybody for free. Like, but if I'm gonna do it under this promotion, under this banner, I want to get fucking paid. I want to get paid. I know the money's out there. I know the money's out there because McGregor's doing the same shit.
Yes, sir.
Daniel Cormier's, John Jones, all these guys, Ronda Rousey, all these guys are making their brands bigger. If you're gonna do it, I want to get paid just like that motherfucker. And there's no reason why Nate Diaz doesn't deserve that. There's no reason why they put their time in. They put their work in. That bad motherfucker belt means for them, like, yes, I like it, but there's gonna be people who complain about the concept of it basically being an interim belt. But I think it's a fun way to change it. Why
Switch
not?
it up, you know.
Yeah.
This is a fight for the fans. We all know that.
Yeah.
And I mean, this card is monstrous. You know, from the beginning to the end of this card, it's gonna be insane. So
They're gonna need to make a Super Bowl for this type of thing, where it's like Bellator, one championship, and UFC at one place. That would be crazy, right?
That'd
it's
be
on
insane.
ESPN. Make
For
a
the
tournament.
fans,
Yeah. Every year have a crazy Super Bowl for MMA. That would be nuts. Well, if there's anything else you want, this is your time to add anything. You got sponsors, whatever you
at
want to
Kung
do.
Fu Kenny for Instagram, 585 Kung Fu Kenny 585, and that's it, man. Bone MMA represent.
And your fight date again.
November 16th, Syracuse.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
About that.
First fight that I ever watched was Anderson Silva versus Michael Bisping.
Okay.
And my first UFC event that I attended was UFC 241, Diaz and Pettis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diaz and Pettis. So that's the first one you went to. You actually went to that one. What was that place like? It must have been crazy as shit.
Crazy, man. The whole crowd was chanting Diaz and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then who do you have in the main event tonight?
Diaz, man. I gotta go with Diaz.
Diaz?
Yeah.
How come? Why?
He has better cardio, I think, overall.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Masvidal has only been to the 5th round like 2 times in his career.
Okay.
He doesn't have that much experience.
Some fucking knowledge here from the fan. Oh shit. Okay. All right. So, are you interested in any other fights in the card?
Darren Till and the other guy, what's his name?
Kelvin.
I don't know, someone that I don't know, but Darren Till is like.
Kelvin's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Kelvin's pretty good.
Darren Till is like the best there is right now.
Right. Yeah. So that's gonna be good. And then obviously Derek Lewis is gonna be fighting tonight.
I
so
thought he was retired, but he came back.
No, listen. No one retires from fighting. That's like when rappers retire from rapping.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything. It's words that you've used before, like just to describe a situation. You can come back. Like you never stop because it's not. Someone fights you in the street and I'm retired, bro. I can't.
Brings more attention to his next fight.
That too. Mayweather does that shit all the time.
Yep.
It's the way to market it. So like when everyone says that Conor McGregor retired like 4 times like, in a month.
I think he's retired right now, right?
Every rape case there was a retirement. Well, this one that I think that he just beat.
Yeah, they're old man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like 70 years old or something.
Guy took it like a champ though, I'll tell you what.
He doesn't even look at him, he just kept drinking.
Yeah. You know why? Because he's hard. That guy's did some hard shit. It's had a hard life.
Yep, he's been through a lot.
Yeah. That's why he's at the bar.
Zach.
What's your name?
Gianna.
Gianna. Do you guys have social media?
We do.
Now's your time to plug that if you want. Instagram.
Follow me at Zach, ZAC_ROCK.
I'm Gianna Caroline.
Awesome. So you guys are not the biggest fans, but you're at least wary of some things that are mainstream. You know Nate Diaz is going to be here tonight.
Right.
When's the first time you heard about Nate Diaz?
When he fought McGregor.
When he fought McGregor?
Of course.
Wasn't
Infamous
like-
fight.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Infamous fight.
Oh,
I'd
the
say,
infamous.
yeah.
And the next fight.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm deaf as shit. So, all right. So that's the first time you ever heard him. So, like, how do you feel about him? I personally love the guy. Big marijuana advocate.
Oh yeah. Honestly, he's the underdog usually, so I didn't really know who he was before the Conor McGregor fight, so I always root for the underdog. I like that kind of like the wild card factor.
Yeah. Awesome. If you could watch, this is more akin to you, so like maybe you would like, because you're not like a fight fan, right? But like you're aware of things that are mainstream.
Right.
Do you know like about celebrity fighting?
Yeah, like through Barstool or.
Yeah. So then do you know Logan Paul is fighting?
Yeah.
Okay, so Logan Paul's fighting. So what do you think about that? People coming from things that they're. I mean, he's got a wrestling background. He used to wrestle before. He's a pretty fucking good wrestler.
Really?
Pretty
I didn't know
athlete.
that.
Yeah, he was in California. If you wrestle in California or New Jersey or some places in the Midwest, you're considered like a pretty damn good wrestler. So he was. I think he was either a state champ or so he's an athlete. The guy he's fighting is just some fucking guy on YouTube. That's celebrity boxing. Whoever's famous, that's who's fighting basically, right?
Yeah.
So have you heard about Logan Paul fighting at all?
Yeah, of course. I'm not. Who's he fighing again?
KSI or some shit like that.
I thought
Supreme Patty does.
Yeah, I
box.
thought they were gonna fight.
They should.
Yeah,
They
that's
should.
what, but I did see that Logan Paul was gonna do like some kind of fight with what was his name again? KSI.
KSI, that's the guy who's fighting.
Right.
next.
Yeah, I think I saw that on Instagram, but I just think it's a great opportunity for people who are like Instagram or kind of social media famous to get their name out there even further. More promotions for them and stuff.
I'll say it's one step further. They made $4 million, so a piece.
That's amazing.
$8 million for the show. They had thousands of people buy the pay-per-views on YouTube. So like, there's clearly like this mystique for people who like exist in society to watch some sort of fight or an entertainment or something,
yeah.
right? So like, my question for both of you, come back over here. You're not allowed to escape.
Okay.
Is if you had a celebrity card, who's your main event? Who would you want to see fight?
Just any celebrity.
Any celebrities, doesn't matter what age. If you want to see like Betty White versus, I don't know, Rosa Parks or something.
Say Taylor Swift versus Kim Kanye or Kim
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
I have to agree.
Ooh.
I think that would be
Okay, so Taylor Swift's got a bit of a height advantage on her, right? So
Yeah,
like,
because
she's
they
like
had that
6
beef
foot.
back when her and Kanye had that beef, so
2011 beef.
that'd be something.
I don't think Kim is built for any type of combat.
No.
Kind of tiny.
Yeah.
She's not like working out super hard.
She's like 5'11", Taylor Swift, whereas Kim
Kardashian's about like 5'3", 5'4",
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
Definitely
she
got
wouldn't
the
even
height
get inside.
advantage.
Yeah.
Fucking knee
Yeah,
right,
right in the
right in the
head.
fucking head.
I mean, I would just like to see her get punched, honestly. Both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Or try.
Just T
Yeah.
Swift and all the Kardashians just like lined up and just let Taylor Swift. Like,
I don't think she
down the
gets
line.
through basically one fight.
Yeah.
This
No
is
way.
true.
She's not gonna have this. Like I'm talking like today, like off the street. If you're so like Taylor Swift fought Kim Kardashian today, I don't know how that would end because she's still heavier than she is. Like Taylor doesn't have a lot of weight on her.
Yeah.
Most fights end up on the floor. What is it like? Within 35 seconds?
Yeah.
That's that's how long fights are, and almost all of them end up on the floor. You're all the same size on the floor, right? So
That's true.
It's possible. Anybody else? So what is your main event?
My main event, meaning the two that I would pick.
Yes.
That's a hard one. I would say this sounds kind of crazy, but Ariana Grande and Selena Gomez.
No, that's a
Oh,
good
that's a
matchup.
really
I
good
think
one.
they're two, very powerful women in pop, and
Yeah.
I think that there's men that love Selena Gomez and men that love Ariana Grande, and women.
Yeah.
And that something like that would be
There's some
everybody
drama.
would watch that.
Who do you have in that? I probably have Selena because Ariana
I think Ariana's wild.
I would have Selena.
I don't think Ariana's wild.
I think she could
she
be-
folds under pressure. Like she wore some like Japanese shit.
Origami.
Yeah, I don't know if it was origami. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like she's like that. Like she's not
Yeah.
tough. Like if there's any like maybe
So,
Selena
yeah.
Gomez does she have anything similar?
I don't know. I never saw or read anything about her being weak, folding under pressure. I think she's a bad girl. So I think she would be able to kind of kick some
I'm
ass.
giving that
I don't know,
Selena.
but I'm an Ariana Grande fan, so
Just like as far
Makes
as
good
the,
music.
I want to see Ariana Grande kick some ass.
Yeah.
But she's like 5 foot. She's
Yeah.
not even.
She's tiny.
Yeah, she's really small. So who knows?
I don't know. I have
Pound for pound here, I'd have Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
if we're talking about pound for pound, I would have Selena. But I do have a couple myself, right?
Okay.
So I've come prepared.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you some names, and then you tell me who you think might win.
All right.
Recently, Conor McGregor has called out 50 Cent.
Oh, really?
No way.
Yes, he called out 50 Cent. 50 Cent, I mean, like, he's 50 Cent. Like, he's gonna
Yeah.
respond the best
Yeah,
way he knows
right.
to be as toxic as he possibly can, right? He's also associated with Bellator, so every time there's a champion, he gives them $1 million. So, who do you think wins that fight?
Really?
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible.
Connor versus
World Team
50
Cost.
Cent?
Yes.
Cent.
Oh, man.
Hands down, 50 Cent.
What?
Yeah.
Hands down, 50 Cent?
I feel like 50 Cent would just kick. I don't know why.
Does
I
he
don't know why, I
have
just
any
feel
MMA training at all?
He got shot 9 times.
Oh, well, he's got
He's
the...
literally bulletproof.
He's probably
got
like
the
got so much
bulletproof factor.
anger built up.
So,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He did box, though. He did box.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying.
in New York City, that's kind of a big deal. Golden Gloves boxing in New York City is a very big deal.
He's got a
really?
lot
I
of
didn't know that.
Very big deal.
Oh.
I don't know if he made it there. I'm just saying, like, he was boxing.
Oh, he
So
was
he probably
a boxer.
trained with some guys, you know.
Yeah, no, I'd definitely go with Connor.
Connor. I think Connor takes it, too. If they had some time to prepare,
Well-
it would be interesting because Connor's 5'9", and I think 50 Cent's like 6 foot plus.
Oh, really?
Or so.
I wasn't
He's a-
expecting him to be that tall.
He's a big guy, and he's on steroids. So,
That's what I'm
but
Okay.
I don't know. That's something I would watch. I would definitely watch that.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That's true.
So I don't know if you know this or not, but Donald Trump will be here tonight at UFC 244.
Really?
His whole family's supposed to be here. They're gonna come watch the main event.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know who Colby Covington is, but he's like one of the MAGA guys in the UFC. Didn't even go to that one. He's coming to this one where it's headlining 2 Spanish fighters.
Yeah.
So
Really? That's...
I wonder what the climate's gonna be like here. But I don't care about that as much. Who would win this fight? Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
Ha! Well, Trump was in the WrestleMania, right?
Sure was.
So, I mean...
He was
I don't
scripted to
know.
win a couple things.
I might have to slip him the.
You know, Biden's a Vietnam or a veteran, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I didn't know that.
he's in the army, has that military training.
Does.
Trump
And
is
he just
kinda like a
looks
showman,
more
you know?
athletic. He just looks more. Trump looks overweight. He has like soda every day.
Yeah. Not the most healthy person.
Biden, I don't know if Biden's a healthy person either. Just mentally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah,
he do some
that's what I'm
fucked up
saying.
shit? But
Yeah.
but objectively, if we're talking about
They're both in their prime or like right now?
now, today,
Right now?
today.
I gotta say Trump then.
Really?
He's getting old.
That's terrible, man. You would have said like Bernie Sanders and
That's
Donald
different.
Trump. That would have been like handed to Donald
Yeah,
Trump
because like
immediately.
and Bernie's 90,000 years old.
Bernie just had a heart attack the other day, just like yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, it literally happened the other day.
He's old as shit. I think I take Joe. This on that factor one.
Yeah.
I just think veteran experience. He called out Donald Trump on Twitter.
Yeah, no, it was definitely
Some wild shit.
pretty ballsy to do that, yeah.
No one did that. Obama didn't get called out by any Republicans.
That's
They talk crazy shit, but no one wanted to fight him.
It's a whole new world with this Twitter, president on Twitter type thing. So
it's great. It's great. I'm here for this shit to burn down. Like, I'm here. I might as well here. I might as well record it.
Got the camera.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Okay, so you're going tonight, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to be at the event.
Main event. So who do you have for the main event?
Oh, there's no question about it. It's Masvidal.
Oh shit!
It's my
no
Miami
question.
boy, you know. Yeah.
Okay, why so strongly him?
I've been following him since 10 years.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
He was
back for
back at the backyard boxing together with Kimbo Slice.
So you're into like bare knuckle boxing?
Not really, but I saw him there before.
Okay. So, what's the very first UFC event that you remember seeing?
That was UFC, not sure, 100 something.
Something? Okay.
Not certain.
Do you remember the headliner?
I think it was GSP something.
Okay, so
GSP versus, I can't remember anymore.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man.
Okay, that's cool. So all right, so that's the main event. Do you have is there anything else on the card that's going to be interesting for you?
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean the whole.
My balls is hot.
My balls is hot.
Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis.
Who else? Who else is fine? Darren Till, Kevin Gastelum. Yes.
Yes. Who do you got in that one?
I'll go with Till.
Till?
Yeah.
Till? How come?
I don't know. I think he's more versatile.
He's big. This is his first chance.
Yes, he has reach advantage.
But I'll ask you this though, right? Kevin Gastelum went 5 rounds with Israel Adesanya.
That's true.
So is Darren Till as good as Israel Adesanya, or better? Do you think? Do you think Darren Till could fight Israel Adesanya today?
He could. I'm not sure who's gonna win.
Right.
I think I'll go with Israel at that.
I'm saying
point.
Gastelum went 5 rounds with him.
The thing is, you see, there was Daniel Cormier versus Alexander Gustafsson.
Yes.
And here, on the other hand, you have John Jones versus Gustafsson.
Right.
You saw how that worked.
Right.
Right. So it's very hard to choose.
Yeah, you know, Darren Till's so young.
I know.
He's
He's
like
got a lot of
27 years
potential.
old. 27 years old.
Yes.
26, 27.
How old is Israel?
Israel's 30. He's 30. I think he's 30 or 31. He's as old as John Jones, which makes that an interesting conversation too. They're about the same height, same age. But I think I think Gastelum wins, but I do think it's going to be by points. I don't think he's going to put Darren Till away. I don't think he will.
Now let me ask you this: who are you with Masvidal or Nate Diaz?
It's hard because I love both of them.
Brawlers, right?
We're in fucking New York City, right? So we're East Coast. We're East Coast. I gotta support Jorge. I mean, he's not from New York, but he's on the East Coast. It's close.
There you go.
I gotta support Jorge. You know, but I followed. I think I liked Nate before. I'm recent to the sport, so I'm not really like as into it as you had been watching it.
Yeah.
The first thing I ever saw was Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen the second time around.
But you do remember?
Yeah, I remember that. It was the first time I ever saw it. Anything like that. I played football, watched football and stuff like that. But that was the first time I'm like, how's this legal? Like, what the fuck? This is crazy. This dudes and underwear just fucking each other up.
I know.
But
before there were no weight classes at all.
right, it's even crazier to look back.
Right?
It's kind of boring. You watch those whole. They're not as skilled as they are now.
Yes.
But it was still a spectacle to watch. And then they actually start showing up and better wrestlers and shit. So yeah, man. So yeah, I have.
Who else is on a fight card?
Derek Lewis and then there's Andrei Arlovsky. He's gonna be in the prelims.
Andrei Arlovsky. Yeah, I don't know his opponent though.
So his opponent it's Jaiko. I don't know how to say his last name.
Yeah.
9-second knockout over Alan Crowder. So that was in the summer. And I think it was for Dana White's Contender Series or after.
Okay.
So
watch that.
9-second KO. I think it's the fastest in heavyweights history. He's very strong, and I think they're using Andrei Arlovsky. This is like Andrei Arlovsky's like, hey, if you can't beat this guy, then it's like maybe we drop you from the rankings or something like that. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But Andrei Arlovsky can still win this fight. He's been here longer. We just saw last week Joe Lauzon, or maybe a couple weeks ago, Joe Lauzon had fought. He's like 35 years old. They threw him the fresh young cat in there, and he just fucked him up. Like, so anything can happen.
So
in fighting.
DC. I think he's 40 now.
Yeah, I think he's like 40. DC's different though. DC's a little different. Not everyone's built like him.
Yeah.
But
they have a good, really good gym. He's in. I think Khabib is there.
It's AKA, I think.
AKA, yes.
Yes.
Cain Velasquez is there.
Yes.
He's an awesome fighter.
Yeah, and now he's in wrestling.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He did Luchador in Mexico, and then they gave him a WWE contract, so he retired from fighting. He's done. Yeah. He's like Twittered out. He's like, I'm done fighting, and then making multi-millions in the WWE, which is better for him.
I know, like Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, and all
Yeah.
that.
une vie.